The idea that Michelle Obama is a biological male has been circulating around the web for some time, but aside from a few memes, we have very little in the way of objective analysis. This video intends to be just that, a hard look at the evidence which supports the idea that Michelle Obama is actually a bloke. So let's get to it.
And do you think that the country will see the United States will see the first gay president or the first woman president?
We already have it with Obama, so let's just calm down.
Got it.
You know Michelle is a trans...
I'm sorry, she's a what?
A transgender. We all know.
Oh my gosh.
Just weeks after making these comments, Joan Rivers was dead. Cause of death was quote-unquote complications to a medical procedure, but maybe she said something she wasn't supposed to. A loose cannon who needed to be silenced. Oddly enough, the original CNN footage of this clip was replaced with something completely unrelated. Was this a simple blunder or a case of whitewashing an inconvenient truth? It said that Michelle's real name is Michael LaVaughn Robinson, which is revealed to us in a series of Freudian slips from Obama himself.
You know what my kids asked me? They said, you've got to ask the president, does anything scare him?
You know, well, when Michelle's mad, when Michelle's mad, I get worried.
Most of all, Admiral Mullen, Deborah, Michael and I also want to acknowledge your son Jack, who's deployed today.
Other high-profile whistleblowers include Obama's half-brother Malik Obama. A series of tweets from Malik seem to tease Michelle on her name and gender. Big Mike being Michelle's nickname for the sheer size of her, and with the cryptic "Is Michelle Michael?", which is akin to Elon Musk asking whether 9/11 was an inside job, in the sense that merely asking such an innocuous question to a large audience is itself a form of whistleblowing. One user asks whether Michelle has a penis, to which Malik replies simply,
Yes.
Why he'd stab his own brother in the back is another question, but Republican Malik is no doubt aware of his brother's role as a deep state puppet. In a blundered attempt to virtue signal, we have a now deleted tweet from Chelsea Clinton implying Obama married a transsexual. Was the tweet legit or whipped together with the most basic Photoshop? Who knows? We do know that Joan Rivers made those remarks with no hint of irony or humour. We know that Malik Obama made multiple remarks on his brother's sexuality. But what about the images of a young Michelle? Surely this debunks the theory. A quick look at thispersondosnotexist.com shows that images of human faces can be whipped together by AI that are indistinguishable from the real thing. The idea of digitally altering images of a young Michael into Michelle is perfectly feasible in an age of deep fake image alteration. The lesson here is that nothing is what it seems, and always assume the mainstream media is lying to you. One image Obama tweeted shows an identical picture to the one on the right, save for one glaring difference: Michelle's gender. On the left is a cherubic looking female, but that is a dude. One of these was altered, but which one? You could easily say that the male Michelle is the work of a Photoshop savvy conspiracy nerd, but it could be more evidence supporting the idea that Michelle is a pre-op homosexual transvestite male. We can assume pre-op judging by the size of Michelle's crotch bulge. Here she is dancing on the Ellen DeGeneres show. We'll say no more. More telltale signs include no tits, man hands, and a very masculine V-tape torso. Although it's not a hard rule, men typically have longer ring fingers than their index, while women's ring and index are more equally sized. Michelle's ring finger, as we see, is considerably longer than her index, that's more typical of men. Likewise, the width of a man's shoulders is roughly 3 times the width of his head. For a woman, it's 2.5. This is called the biochromial breadth. We again see that Michelle's proportions are more indicative of a biological male. Other anomalies include documents obtained by filmmaker Joel Gilbert, where in 1994 Michelle registered to vote as a male. We can clearly see the letter M circled. The documents obtained from the Illinois Board of Elections also reveal Michelle officially changed her sex to female in 2008, the year her husband ran for president. In letters written as a young man, Obama expressed fantasies about making love to men, says biographer David Garrow. In my imagination, he wrote, I make love to men daily. If Obama is indeed a homosexual married to a pre-op trans, we need to ask where the children came from. The Obamas have 2 daughters, Sasha and Malia. But if Michelle's a man, who are the biological parents? Not a single image exists of Michelle being pregnant. Google Michelle Obama pregnant and see for yourself. It appears that the real father is in fact this man, Obama's campaign treasurer and close friend Martin Nesbitt. As we see, resemblance between Martin and Malia are a closer match than Obama's, the upper lip being a dead giveaway as well as the tight shoulders. His wife Anita is the obstetrician who supposedly delivered the girls, but again we see a closer resemblance between her and Sasha than we do Michelle. Are the girls adopted or simply borrowed? Who knows? But again, nothing in this world is what it seems, and those with power think nothing of lying to us to the point of rubbing it in our faces. For example, you take a €50 note, put a mirror to it, and it's our old friend Baphomet, the Lord of Darkness. Always assume the government and media are lying to you. Whatever they do or want you to do the opposite. Now, you may be thinking, if Michelle's a trans, so what? Why can't that be her business? Well, considering how much the left shoves LGBT down our throats, surely the Obamas would use their platform to do for gays and trans what they did for blacks. That they'd hide the fact shows that all the woke proselytizing is all a big meaningless shit show that the elites, much like social distancing, only pretend to care about. Thought control disguised as a moral crusade. So if Michael Vaughan Robinson did indeed become Michelle, it gives a new meaning to Michelle's autobiography, Becoming Michelle Obama. With the hands, shoulders and proportions of a man, it does appear that Michelle is Michael, Michael is Michelle.
She's a man.
We'll end with some images. Make of them what you will.
Michelle Obama is a man. Oh yeah. Her real name is Michael. She's a trans. Oh yeah. I would have thought you noticed the dick in her pants. Oh yeah. Obama's really a homo. His wife is a man. Oh yeah. They had the country fooled with it. They really had us fooled. They had the whole world fooled with it. Yeah, they had us all fooled.